specifically, but I think also less specifically just in people kind of responding when I say that the WMSCOG is a cult. They'll respond with saying, okay, well, if you look at the definition of a cult, then you're a cult too, and every group is a cult. And so I think it's important that we could, yeah.
There's broad definitions and there's narrow definitions. That's what it comes down to. They're saying in the broadest of definitions, Christianity is a group. That's not the way we're talking about it. You know, we're talking about a group who has excessive demands on members. Groups will say, don't talk to ex-members, don't read critical literature. You don't find that in normal Christianity. For us, it's like, even atheists, bring them on. I'll talk to them. I'll read Why I'm Not a Christian by Russell. I have nothing to be fearful of. You know, if we have the truth,
right.
But you find this all the time with these different groups. They have a whole different set of rules.
And that's honestly, like I've said this recently, like being involved with this group has not weakened my faith in Christianity. It hasn't weakened my conviction that Christianity is true. It's actually done a whole lot to strengthen it. And the reason is because there's a lot of aspects and elements to it, but part of that is something you just said, just that Christianity, just the character that is displayed by Christianity. And I'm not saying by every Christian, every moment throughout all history, like don't even look at me for 100% consistency on character, but I'm just saying, like, just that aspect of Christianity in general is not afraid of the truth. It's not afraid of of being opposed. It's not afraid of having public debates. It's not afraid of reading opposing opinions in different books and then responding
going on
to
the internet.
Things. It's not afraid of acknowledging where it has issues and has, the problem of evil. And like, this is a difficult thing. And I understand, and we got to have good solutions. And people even admit we don't, even our answers sometimes leave room for more questions. But Christianity, I think, is convinced of its truthfulness and knows that there's something solid behind it, which I think ultimately is the person of Jesus Christ. And so it's not afraid of opposing views. And this goes back to things you've been saying, Kelsey, that it's and what we talked about earlier, that when you ask simple questions to the WMSCOG, you see when they get put in a corner and they become like an angry animal who senses danger, and so they become aggressive and they react with fallacious arguments, with ad hominems, and with all the like, and then it just displays what's really at the heart. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Right.
And so, yeah.
Red flag. I mean, just one of many red flags. I mean, what kind of, excuse me, Kel, I'll just say that, if God is legit and real, what kind of God do you think we would serve? The kind of God who says, don't talk to ex-members and don't think and don't read. The Jehovah's Witnesses would have a phrase. It was pure evil. It said, avoid independent thinking. It's like the organization has already thought for you. There's no need to think for yourself. And I mean, that kind of mentality. So I'm sorry, Kelly, go ahead.
One thing I want to point out is someone in the comments put that they were once told by a counselor that the difference between a cult and a normal religion is that in a religion, you get to choose how religious you want to be, but in a cult, it's their way or the highway, basically. And so
that's one of the distinctives, absolutely. Or leaders can do things that you can't do, and I mean, there's so many of them. Yeah. They demand everything. They're exploited with their time and the pressure to give. I mean, on and on and on.